Good morning. This is Margaret from the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. Well, welcome everybody. We decided to start this morning off a little differently than we normally do because we are getting really close to coming up on our second anniversary. Wait a minute now, was it 2019? So will this be the second or third? No, 2000, it was 2020 that we did this. Okay, so 2020 we became a Bernina dealer.
Full-fledged.
A full Bernina dealer. Before that we were a sub dealer, and there's a story behind that, and I'll tell you about it in just a few minutes. But it's coming up really fast. I can't believe it. It's going to be in like 2 weeks that we're celebrating this. So we wanted to include you guys a little bit on that, the little bit of the story. We've got a lot of new viewers. Thank you guys for coming and watching us on Facebook Live. It's really cold here. So one of the things that we're going to tell you about today is we've got some classes coming up. We don't have this one yet, but if you guys want it, I can certainly schedule it. This was a class I did based on the Step Ahead software jacket, and we have a lot of really wonderful coating fabrics that you can use. This is a really great jacket for the person who's never made a jacket before because it is not hard. This is a jacket that is a pretty simple make. Probably stay away from the little notched collar. But other than that, if you stay away from the notched collar, it's super simple. I did it with these nice big collar here, and what's really cool is you can take and wear it very, very cozy and warm up by your neck. Look how pretty that is. So that's how this is supposed to be worn if you're doing it the fancy way. I'm guessing most of the time on me it would be this way, but we've got this really lovely gray coating, and it's got a great wool to go with it. Here's a coating fabric that I was talking about. I lined this jacket, but you certainly don't need to do that. Look at this wonderful fabric right here. It's double-sided, which means if you make it the way they suggest, which is unlined, this will look gorgeous inside and out. So I wanted to kind of point that out to you. But let's go back to my little story here. For those of you who do not know the story of the University of Sewing, there's a really interesting story here. I was a new wife and a new mom back in, oh my goodness, this was a long time ago. It was in 1984, and I moved to Indiana. And when I moved to Indiana, I was really struggling to find something to do that I could stay at home with my child. And somebody suggested quilting to me. And so between the time I was 21 and 31, I made over 1,000 quilts. So I know a little bit about quilting. I got to take classes from some really wonderful people, but one of the big influencers in my life at that point in time was Kay England. And some of you may know who Kay England is. She's kind of a famous lady in the quilting world, and she was our local shop owner when I was living in the north side of Indianapolis. And I would go to her shop, and we would do all-night quilting things. It was the best place in the world to get inspiration and have a ball doing quilting stuff. So Kay was kind of my beginning of knowing about quilting. And then as the years went along, Kay sold her shop to Terry Gunn. And Terry Gunn owned Quilt Quarters after Kay. And she is the woman who approached me. I approached her, kind of a combo thing. When I started doing sewing classes out of the University of Sewing, she was the person who suggested I might want to become a sub-dealer under her, selling Bernina sewing machines. Well, we ended up doing that. Then Terry sold her shop, Quilt Quarters, to another person. And when she sold it, we decided to become full-fledged Bernina dealers. And that happened in 2020, and we became a full dealer at the end of February of 2020. Well, we had a big party here, and we celebrated it. We had Kay here, and we had Terry here, and we had probably about 50 other people here in the shop and celebrated this big event.
It was during the Heritage Quilt Show.
It was during the Heritage Quilt Show, which was really fun. Unfortunately, they decided not to do the Heritage Quilt Show this year. But next year, we are hopeful that they will do it, and we'll be part of that show again as a vendor. So what we're telling you about is we're coming up on our anniversary. So we're going to talk about that for the next 2 weeks, I'm sure. And we just, we're thinking right now, we haven't figured it all out yet, but the first week of March, we are definitely going to throw a thank you sale to all of you because you've made us so successful. And I am so happy about that. Now, I have something that was really kind of fun that happened this morning. I went back to that embroidery I was doing yesterday. I demoed that embroidery and I told you I ran out of bobbin thread, which I felt really silly about that I didn't have that taken care of. But this morning I went and put in new bobbin thread and I went to look at the design and I realized that Dave had kind of reset the design so it would have started back at the beginning. So I was looking at that and I thought, well, my goodness, you know, how am I going to finish up that last little bit right here? And I found out something new about these embroidery modules and the embroidery machines on the Bernina that I did not know. All I did was take a stylus and I told the computer to go back to the spot. I just hit the spot where I wanted to go back. It started sewing there and it finished my design. And I didn't have to do anything complicated. I'm going to just tell you guys, I had no idea. This is the area that it finished. And it was, before I got started here this morning, that was sitting there undone because the bobbin had run out. I didn't know this did that. Now remember, Alice is our expert on embroidery machines, so I'm sure she knew about it. But I want to tell you something. For someone who's not that computer savvy and not that talented with embroidery, that was really fun to be able to finish that design, have it look like it's just, I started in the right place and it just worked. That was so amazing. So what I'm trying to tell you is Bernina sewing machines are amazing. And you know, if I'm having something like that fun thing happen to me, imagine what everyday sewing on a Bernina sewing machine will be for you. I'll bet you get to sew more than I do, right? These days running the shop, I don't get to sew nearly as often as I'd like. But that was a really, really fun experience. It made me very happy when I figured that out. So on Saturdays, what we typically do is we share with you all the new and fun stuff that have come in. Would you please do us a favor today and share our Facebook Live? You guys have been so wonderful about it. We appreciate it. It's how we get new viewers. It's how we get new customers. We've had some of our customers who have come. I mean, we're getting people from all over the country watching us now. And that's thanks to you sharing. So this morning, I thought we would give away this 7-piece bundle. And it's a color coordinated bundle with a bunch of lovely, lovely fabrics in it. And I thought you would enjoy it. They're all fat quarters, and they're 7 pieces, and they're just really beautiful. They are a variety of different makes and different companies. There's some Tilda Chambray in here. There is some Figo material in here. There is even some wonderful stripes. So it's just really lovely. Some of our Cotton Supreme. Very, very nice group of fabrics, and we are going to give that to the person. What we do, if you're not familiar with it, when you share, we ask you to tell us that you've shared because sometimes Facebook privacy settings are set up that I won't see it. If you just hit share, I can't get necessarily an entire list of who is shared without you telling me sometimes. And I'm fine with the privacy settings, but I want to be able to give you the prize if you shared. So what happens a lot of times is when we are, we do these videos and I look back on it, I'll see that there's maybe 20 shares, but I only see maybe 8 of you who shared it. So let's go ahead and make sure that you put your name and in the comments. Well, you don't have to put your name in the comments. Your name will come up. But just in the comments, make sure you do the word shared in there so I know that you did it. And what we do is we take all the names, we put them in a little basket, we pull one out, and then that person wins that week. And we don't...
Brenda Mills.
Hello, Brenda. Nice to see you.
Donna Fish.
So Donna,
they both shared.
Oh, that was really nice of you guys. Thank you for doing that. So the whole thing about this is that it doesn't matter where you live. If you live close, we really would love to have you stop in and say hello because we miss you. But if you aren't close and you want these mailed to you, we can do that.
You mean
too.
like Debbie Bean?
Yes, like Debbie Bean and like Elaine and some of our other wonderful people who watch us on a regular basis. So thank you for doing that and thank you for sharing. I know your sewing friends are going to enjoy what we have because we are carrying some really gorgeous things. We have over 2,000 bolts of fabric now. And that has basically, our fabric selection has over doubled in the last year and a half. So we have a lot more to share with you, and I just really am grateful that when you guys share our videos. So we started dealing with a new fabric company, and the fabric company is Blank. And if you're familiar with their stuff, they have really fun prints and they have some really beautiful blenders, which is what is sitting right here. Look at these gorgeous colors. These blenders are, they're just beautiful. They look like they are almost like marble. They're just really lovely colors. We have got a gorgeous, gorgeous orange. I hope it is coming out as pretty as it is. It's a little bit dark orange, and it is just, I mean, it is so, so pretty. So this is one. And this group of fabric is called Urban Legend. So when you go on our website at theuniversityofsewing.com, go to the latest arrivals, you'll see it in there, but it's from a company called Blank, and these are called Urban Legends. So we've got this gorgeous black. Oh my God, I love this. This looks like, it looks like marble right out of, you know, some sort of Venetian hall in Italy. I mean, it's so beautiful. And then we have this amazing gold colored fabric right here. Golds are hard. A lot of times they're either, they just don't, they don't have a lot of depth. They're not very pretty sometimes. And this one, you're going to get all the depth and all the beauty, and it'll be quite the wonderful pop of color for you. Then we've got some lovely light gray, and we always need some grays in our quilts. So this is a really fun color. It'll be a wonderful color for you to add to your quilts. And then we've got this beautiful fabric right here. It's kind of a beige cream color. These are going to make up for fantastic blenders. They are going to be a really great color, but we didn't want to leave out the wide backs. So we've got this kind of mid to dark gray color right here. It is really nice. These are 108 inch wide. They're going to be a great back for your quilt. I think that you will really enjoy that. And oh my gosh. Oh, you know, one of the things I didn't tell you about with that embroidery thing, the reason I thought about trying that is on our Q series, on our Q-matic, you can do that. When you're doing, if you're stitching out your quilt on a Q-matic, you can go back like multiple stitches and you can just put on the screen where you want the needle to start, and it does it. I did this, that was what made me think that the embroidery would work the same way. And that was how come I thought about it. So I can't believe how intuitive those machines are. And it really made it fun because I was able to fix a project that I thought I wasn't going to be able to fix. Okay, this is the last of the wide backs we got from Blank. Look at the colors on this. This is so beautiful. These, it looks like a really cool spirograph. I mean, they're just absolutely wonderful. So I hope you guys will enjoy these fabrics and want to use them on your quilts. And so I was telling you Blank had really cool prints. Well, look at this. We've got this great diagonal stripe. Usually you find the stripes, but they're not diagonal. I had to get this because it was diagonal. It's really fun. It will make a wonderful binding. And then, you know, we live in Indiana, and in May, we do that 500 thing around
less
here.
than 100 days away.
Less than 100 days away. So we've got the checkerboard set up for our fans of the 500. And then the last one is we live in a college town, so the kids love to ride their bikes, and I thought this was really cute biking fabric. So we got those. So this is the first of many fabrics I'm sure we'll get from Blank, but I thought you guys would enjoy those. Okay, then let's take a break from fabric for a minute, and let's talk about some really cool things. One, we got these back in, guys. These are beautiful. This is like Hemline Gold has made this little case that is perfect for taking to your retreats, to your next Quilt Guild meeting, anything you're working on. You could even take this and throw it into your carry-on on a plane, because this is your rotary cutter mat. It's got this wonderful piece of it's probably a microfiber kind of thing. It's almost like a suede. And so what you can do is you can put your fabric right there, and it's not going to move on you, at least not a lot. It won't. Here, let's try that. So see, I can move that around, and it's not going to fall off on me. So I can have something in my lap. But the even better place to do this is right here on the sandpaper. So I can put my fabric on the sandpaper, and then I can draw my lines on it. So I can cut things out here. I can go ahead and put them on. I could take and design, have my blocks sitting on here. Or if you're doing any kind of handwork, say you'd like to do paper piecing or something like that, this might be really helpful for that too. So they're back in stock, and this little gorgeous thing is only $24. How nifty is that? So we got those back. You guys have been asking about paper piecing. So we got this book. It is from Carol Doak. She does the paper piecing foundation paper. And so I figured she's probably a pretty good expert on teaching paper piecing. And so we got this book because people were asking if we had anything that they could use. And so what we've got here is the how-tos, how to make it, what to do, how you make sure you're sewing it properly. And it has all kinds of things, measuring charts, little diagrams. You've got some actual patterns that you can use. And she even talks about how you're going to take off the paper and how you're going to finish your quilt. How nifty is that? So pretty gorgeous, and it's simple and to the point. The book is only $13, $12.95. I mean, how much better can you go? And this block is a cute little, it's set up like a heart, but it's basically a log cabin block. So very, very cool. And wanted to make sure that you saw that. I'm going to remind you again, share our videos so that you can win the 7-piece bundle. By the way, I don't think I told you, but one of our very favorite employees, she picked this out. Of course, all of our employees are our favorite employees, just so you know. This is Kayla's bundle of fabrics that she picked out. She picked the colors out, and she is a big fan of burgundies, and she loves this lovely peach that's in here. So want to make sure that you go ahead and share so that you can win this great fat quarter bundle. It's very pretty. Okay, another thing that we just got in was this wonderful A Quilting Life Planner and Workbook. And this is from Martingale Press. It's so pretty, guys. Look how nice this is. There's our table of contents. It's got gorgeous quilts all through it. You've got your monthly planner. You've got places for doing notes. It is so sweet. This is a really lovely, lovely book. And in the back, it's got your to-do list, project planner list. You can take these right out, or you can photocopy them and be able to take and make sure that you take along anything you need for your next project, so that you make sure that you're going to go to when you come to the University of Sewing, you'll have your list of what you need. So we want you to come and visit us. We miss you guys. Okay, and exciting news, everyone. Monroe County sounds like they're finally going to get rid of the mask mandate, and we'll be the last persons in the state of Indiana, but it looks like the mask mandates are going to go on March the 4th. So I thought you'd want to know about that. And by the way, if you feel comfortable and you don't want to wear a mask, that's wonderful. But if you do want to wear a mask, please wear a mask. I'm fine with that. I have been very fortunate through all this. I've been very healthy. But if you feel like you're still worried about this, please wear a mask. I'm not offended by that in the slightest. Okay, we got some new boutiques. These wonderful boutiques are from Robert Kaufman. They're let me see what their name is. Artesian Boutiques. And so right here, these are all florals. These are very beautiful. They range from purples and teal to, this one has some blue added in. This one goes strictly to your blues, and this one goes to your purples. How pretty are those? I have some ideas for these. What do you think, guys? These are gorgeous. What should we do with those? They're beautiful. Okay, this one is quite fun. I couldn't pass it up. The colorway is gorgeous, but what's really fun is the print on this. It's got gorgeous leaves, and look at the beautiful grape leaves. This is for all of our wine people. You are going to enjoy this fabric. It's really pretty. And we got a wonderful companion piece that can go with this. Again, I always kind of look to see if I can find a really pretty gold, because I feel like they're a hard one to come up with. Well, isn't it a perfect match? It's just beautiful. And then if you want to throw some green in, here we go. We've got some green. I'm bad about picking greens. I pick seemingly every other color on the planet, but I don't pick greens very often. So I found this really pretty leafy pattern. It almost looks like these are olives. You think those are olives? I'm not sure what they are, but there's some sort of berry on those plants, and I was thinking it looked, but I don't know what the leaves on an olive tree look like. I may have to look that up, but it's really beautiful. Okay, so Dave, make sure that you show people around a little bit. This is one of our beautiful stacks of fabrics. On the bottom here, we have some gorgeous flannels. It is still quite cold. I'm pretty sure today when we came in, it was like 20 degrees. It was awful. But we have some beautiful flannels. Then we've got some wonderful yarn dyes in the middle. Oh, he's getting you very pretty pictures of our gorgeous flannels. These are nice and beefy flannels. They don't feel like that thin, nasty stuff I sometimes see. These are really substantial and feel good. They aren't kind of, I have seen flannels that are almost sheer. They're so poorly made. These are not like that. These are from Northcott. They're from Free Spirit and from Paintbrush Studio, and they're really well done. This middle line, we've got Japanese fabrics over here. If you aren't familiar with Japanese fabrics, they tend to be really quite lovely. These fabrics are from a company called Coco. And if you want to look at them on our online store, put in KOKKA and you will find most of them, or just go into the Japanese fabric section of our website and you will find them there too. Then we've got some great fabrics from Andover. I like Andover's yarn dyes. These are beautiful. We have a lot of them. I will tell you this, these are all Allison Glass, the Mariner cloth. I did some tablecloths and some napkins out of her solids over here, and boy, did they turn out nice. I got rave reviews on that, so a nice project for you to think about. But these will make up wonderfully into clothes, quilts, home deck projects. You will be very happy with them. And then, of course, we always have Indiana fabric, a little bit of Steeler fabric. I'm from Pittsburgh, guys, so you're going to have to put up with a little Steeler fabric. There's also Purdue fabric. If you're in Indiana, people like Purdue too, so we can't leave them out. Then we've got some wonderful fabrics from Wyndham. These are really pretty fabrics right here. And then Cotton+Steel. Lots of Cotton+Steel. We love RJR. They have a wonderful selection of fabrics. We're really pleased with all of those. And we always have interesting colors and really eclectic kinds of prints. And guys, I think that we're about there. It's almost 10 o'clock now, and the store's going to be opening. Are you going to come and visit today? I hope to see you soon. We will be seeing you soon, I'm hoping. And remember that the first week of March will be our anniversary. Thank you, sale, to you guys for making us so successful. I'm very grateful for all of it. I hope you guys have a fabulous Saturday. It's sunny out. It's cold, but it's sunny. So I'll take sunny. I don't like the gloomy days on top of it being cold. So we're grateful for that. And I hope that your day is sunny and bright and that you have lots of wonderful sewing projects to attend to. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon.